4:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the C-Dub, Dan. USF 2-0, Miami 2-0. Miami favored at home by 17.5 points. I would say a bit lost in the shuffle amid Florida losing to USF is the fact that USF, through 2 weeks of the season, has blown all projections to smithereens with respect to its defense.
True.
Just 23 points allowed to both Boise State and Florida combined.
The Toddacity of Todd Orlando's defense, yeah.
Oh, you're getting out ahead of me.
Sorry.
I was building to say that the secret. I was building to say that the secret in Tampa is Orlando.
It's good. It's good. Look, another second chance, right? What was his reputation after USC?
It wasn't great.
He's revived things for himself. It's great.
In both cases, both Boise and Florida, we saw the opposing defense, or the opposing offense, look extremely sloppy.
Yeah.
And I think we can chalk some of that up to early season yips. Maybe some look ahead with Florida having LSU on deck.
Yeah.
But it is something to take note of going into this game. Twice is a coincidence. If they were to do it again, that could be more of a trend. It's going to be harder, though, because I think Miami's a better team than they have faced so far. So, yes, maybe the secret in Tampa is Orlando. Maybe it isn't. But this is a big point spread. I don't think USF can sneak up on anybody at this point, given what they've done through the early part of the season.
Right.
And again, this is an opportunity for Miami to prove its mettle, to prove that it's not going to look past this opponent with Florida on deck.
Right.
Where are you at here?
I'm taking Miami. And I'm taking it for the, this ends today element of it, that USF has all of Miami's attention. I don't think Miami's a finished product, but I think with what their ceiling is with regard to speed on offense, I know you love the young receivers from Miami after what you saw them do up close against Notre Dame, or I guess up close emotionally, not physically.
Sure.
And I like where Miami's defense appears to be headed under Corey Heatherman. I think when you have the potential to have as disruptive a defensive line as Miami should have every week, I think that changes the calculus, that you can't just beat Miami with an opportunistic quarterback who can extend things. I think he's going to get hit a little bit more than he has been against Miami. I like the receivers for USF a bunch, and it would not at all surprise me if USF was up 10-3 or something in this game early, because I think Alex Golesh is a great offensive mind. I think they're going to have a great game plan for Miami, but I think over 4 quarters, the speed and the attention and how locked in Miami is going to be, I think it's going to go similarly to where it was last year. Even though this Miami offense is not where Miami's offense was last year, I think we're looking at something like 38-17 Miami.
Yeah, and we also don't know where Miami's offense is at.
No, they've exclusively played a really good defense.
Week 1. Yeah. They blew out Bethune-Cookman last week, and I think we know for sure it'll look different. It can't look the same because the quarterbacks are completely different players.
Yeah.
But this could still be a really good Miami offense. I think gave voice to that.
It's a big number.
I think it'll be slower paced than it was a year ago. And I don't think they're going to have quite the playmaker in the backfield like they did last year with Cam Ward, but it could still be very good. And we saw some of those guys on display against Notre Dame. The USF offense is super interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the numbers, it's been a really fun combination of very explosive and highly inefficient.
Right.
And in general, those are some of the most fun teams to follow because you just don't know what you're going to get from play to play. They are not playing quite as fast as I expected. They're basically building the entire plan out of Byrum Brown, their quarterback.
Right.
Along with Keyshawn Singleton out wide, Chaz Nimrod, one of the great Chazes in college football right now, next to Chaz Coleman up at Penn State. I don't know if they can do enough just with that trio to get the job done here against Miami, but I think they're going to try. The quirk for me is the look-ahead factor on the Miami side. Is that something that we see come out early, come out late? My hunch is we won't. I think how you feel about this game depends entirely on where you're at with Miami's ability to move the pile with its line. If you feel like Miami's got the advantage up front, as I do, and that they can push USF around like they did to some extent Notre Dame, then you feel like Miami can bully their way through USF and ultimately get the dub here. They can dictate tempo. They can dictate tone. I think that's what happens. I don't think it's a blowout, though. I really don't. And so I was back and forth on this point spread. I've got it at 31-21 Miami.
Interesting. Okay, so you're taking the points here. So this is, what, it's the third straight real game for USF. I mean, a game against a very real opponent. Not a lot of people can say that, if anybody. It's their second straight game on the road in a difficult environment. And I just wonder what the spread is if, I know this is going to sound fictional, Ty. I know this is going to sound like it's not of this world. If Florida took care of business at the end of the game in a sensical way, right? This was an absolutely winning or winnable game for Florida that they couldn't close in. So, like, what is our opinion of USF if they just put up a good fight but lost late against Florida? You're like, okay, great job, USF. You are hanging with a quality SEC team, and you beat a playoff program from last season. What a start. This is 22.5 points, 24 points. Like, that's the question to me, that, like, how much work is that win doing when it was, on the other side of things, a very losable moment for USF.
What's your final score prediction?
I said 38-17.
38-17.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Hey, thanks for watching, and now would be a great time to consider subscribing. It helps support the show, and it would mean a ton.